Hello and welcome to the north section of the White Peak Way. I'm Ben and this is my experience of walking this excellent Peak District trail. The first stage of the White Peak Way sets out from Buxton and winds its way up to Castleton, encountering a mixture of excellent scenery. While I walked the route in early spring, this trail can be enjoyed all year round. The landscapes of the Peak District change dramatically each season, offering a unique experience every time you visit. Just make sure you're properly equipped for anything the British weather may throw at you. This viaduct over the River Wye is super convenient if the main trail is flooded, as there are several points where you can divert up onto the old railway line. These stepping stones at Cheedale are great fun to cross, and are popular amongst visitors, but be very careful and mind your step when the water level is high. The combination of limestone cliffs, babbling river, craggy terrain along this route all make for an atmospheric and engaging walk. As you continue along the trail, you'll encounter these impressive old lime kilns, offering a glimpse into the area's industrial history. Further on, you'll visit Millersdale, tiny hamlet with a few facilities and an interesting exhibit housed in this beautiful restored goods shed. Soon, the route passes through the quiet village of Tideswell, before continuing northwards through rolling fields and tranquil dales. Just before reaching Castleton, the route weaves its way through Cavedale, a majestic limestone valley popular with walkers and photographers. After that, it's straight on to the village of Castleton, where this section of the walk ends. The second stage of our White Peak adventure journeys from Castleton to Hathersage. Though this leg of the walk is shorter, there are still plenty of climbs and ridges to entertain practiced hikers. For this stage, I was joined by my colleague Rebecca, and we set off from Castleton early in the morning as the cool, misty conditions were set to be ideal to witness an amazing natural phenomenon. We had timed it perfectly. Just as we climbed into the hills, we were treated to these fantastic temperate inversions where the clouds are so low to the ground you can walk above them. After admiring the inversions, it was time to conquer Mam Tor, an Iron Age hill fort and one of the highest points on the White Peak Way. From its summit, the views across the Edale Valley are superb and well worth spending a moment to take in, before continuing along the ridge path. undulating gradient of the ridge walk can be demanding in places, but the scenery is absolutely worth the effort. As you reach the top of Back Tor, make sure to look back and admire the ridge you've just walked. The next summit along the route is Loose Hill, which marks the end of the Great Ridge. After conquering the ridge, the trail begins its descent towards the village of Hope, the halfway point for this stage of the White Peak Way. After passing the outskirts of Hope, or detouring into the village for refreshments, the route starts to climb once more, aiming for the top of Win Hill and the last big ascent for this stage. Reaching the summit of Win Hill is a fantastic feeling, with incredible views of the Peak District countryside stretching in all directions. Finally, the last section of today's walk is a brisk downhill ramble past Lady Bower Reservoir to the village of Hathersage for a well-deserved pint. The third and final stage of this walk travels from Hathersage to Bakewell, and this time I was joined by Hayley. This stage is the shortest so far in terms of mileage, however there is no shortage of things to see along the way. Setting out from Hathersage, the trail meanders through tranquil woodland, following alongside the River Derwent all the way to the village of Grindleford. After Grindleford, the route begins its steady ascent onto Froggatt Edge, a section of gritstone escarpment offering expansive views across the Peak District countryside. Continuing on, the route then encounters Kerber Edge, a wonderful beauty spot known for its striking rock formations, popular with hikers and climbers alike. From the top of the edge, you can enjoy more fantastic views across the Derwent Valley and beyond. On a clear day, you should be able to spot Chatsworth, as well as the villages of Kerber, Froggatt and Calver. Once you've finished admiring the views, the route descends to Baslow, a picturesque and charming village that's well stocked to meet any visitor's needs. Shortly after leaving Baslow, the White Peak Way crosses the Chatsworth estate with its Grade 1 listed house, charming shopping village and over 1,800 acres of historic parkland and woodland. The village of Enzer is situated within the grounds of Chatsworth, and many of the past residents of the estate are buried in the churchyard here. Leaving Chatsworth and Enzer behind, the final leg of this stage takes you through rolling green fields and ambient woodland before reaching Bakewell, the largest town in the Peak District. Don't forget to warn any golfers of your approach, or you might find yourself under fire. Our arrival in Bakewell marks the end of the northern half of the White Peak Way. But that's not all this trail has to offer. See you soon for part 2 of my White Peak Way journey, where we explore the southern section of the trail back to Buxton. Cheers!